Yeah, YouTubers, Tasman here, bringing you another episode of Fantasy Grounds from the ground up. And in our last episode, we made our paladin half orc or half orc paladin. And this episode, we're going to. Oh, I forgot to do this part. Darn it! Hold on. We'll pretend that I already had this part done. Whoops, wrong thing. Player's handbook. All right, so in this episode, we are going to be making a hermit, ranger of the species of human, and we can go ahead and close all these. All right, so we're making a human ranger. So let's go ahead and create our character. Let's find a humano. What is that? A barbarian? Looks funny with the piggy tails. Paladin. Wizard. Warrior. No one seems to have, oh, that's a rogue. Oh, there's one. Well, that's a rogue too, but we've already used her for elf cleric. Should have used her for elf cleric. Really, we shouldn't be dwelling too long on this part. Let's do the Pathfinder portraits. Maybe there's one in here. Or the fantasy portraits? No, I don't like the fantasy portraits. Alright, let's just do one in here maybe. A human looking person. I guess it really doesn't. Let's just do the Freya Witch. Alright, so this is going to be our human ranger. H-U-M-A-N-R-A-N-G-E-R. And we can close that and move. Actually, we need to do our rolls. So go 1, 2, not good. 3, not good still. 4, 5, 6. Ooh, we got one good. One really good, and the others are not that great. Okay, so that's okay. Let's go ahead and find out what we want for our ranger here. So, human is our last thing we do. Ranger is the second thing we do. Hermit is the first thing we do. However, we want to go look at the quick build. So you can make a ranger quickly by following the suggestions. First, make Dex your highest ability score, followed by Wisdom. So Dex and then Wisdom. Some rangers who focus on two-handed or strength might rather have strength than higher than Dex. But we are a ranger. Come on, we're range. It's in the name. Second, choose either Outlander. We don't get to choose our background. We are a hermit. And it just wants to do Outlander. Okay, so let's go ahead and we will add our hermit background, which will give us, well, we don't do that. We're learning our lesson that we don't do the skill part until we've got this. Okay, so as a ranger, what would we want? Survival, definitely. I think that would be a big one. We already have religion and medicine. And we get 3. I think I'm going to go with the animal handling because I think there's the Beastmaster Ranger. And I feel like that would be what we'd want for a Beastmaster. Athletics, maybe? I'm going to say athletics. No, I was thinking acrobatics. I would think more acrobatics, but that's not one of our options. Athletics is for strength and stuff. I don't think that is necessary. More acrobatics seems more accurate to me. Maybe let's do stealth. Or should we do perception? maybe perception. I think you'd have to be very perceptive to be an effective ranger. Alright, so there we go. Let's go back into our main screen and go at our, oh, we need to add our race so we can get our race. So as a human, you get +1 to every single one of your attributes, which is kind of, or your abilities, which is actually pretty cool and kind of advantageous compared to everyone else, where you only get 2 to 1 and maybe 1 to another, or 1 to 1 and 1 to another. This one actually is giving you 6 ability score improvements. You can't choose which one to put it on because it spreads them out, but that's pretty darn cool. Makes being a human very enticing. Alright, so now let's move this over here and look at our rolls. We have a 10, 12, so we want our 18 to be here, which will go to a 19. That gets rid of that. Our second highest, probably our wisdom, which will be a 14, not stellar. Then we have a 10, which goes to whatever, so that just stays 11 because it's the +1. That probably I would do, I don't know. Let's just go down the line. So then we have 2 12s. I'm going to say maybe Constitution, so that goes to 13. And maybe Intelligence to a 13. I think you need to be kind of smart to be a ranger personally. So Intelligence will also be a 13. Oh my gosh, I can't do it. 10 to a 13. I keep tapping like 20 keys. That will leave us now with a 10, which will actually be an 11, and 11, which will actually be a 12. So let's, I don't think we're going to need strength as much, so let's do 12. Alright, so now that we know that, we can see that we are a D10 for our hit die. So that's 10 plus 1, 11. That's our wonderful health. That's great. Loving it. Let's go ahead and clear that for now. And I believe that takes care of everything that we have on this front page and the second page. Let's head on to the third. Okay, so here we have Discovery. What is Discovery do for us? The quiet seclusion of your extended hermitage gave you access to a unique, powerful discovery. The exact nature of this revelation depends on the nature of your seclusion. It might be a great truth. This looks like it's completely roleplay. And it's Hermit. It's based off here at that. So favorite enemy. Now this is actually good because with a ranger, beginning at first level, you have significant experience studying, tracking, hunting, and even talking to a certain type of enemy. Choose a favored enemy: aberrations, beasts, celestials, constructs, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, giants, monsters, oozes, plants, undead. Alternatively, you can select 2 races of humanoid. So these other ones are kind of, you know, if they're humanoid, then you can actually talk and stuff with them. But you only get, it's not humanoid, it's actually gnolls, orcs, goblins, and things along those lines. Not specifically a whole genre of the, is genre the right word? Category maybe? So let's see. I think you have advantage on wisdom survival checks to track your favorite enemy, as well as intelligence checks, as well on intelligence checks to recall information about them. When you gain this feature, you also learn 1 language of your choice that is spoken by your favorite enemies, if they speak one at all. If you choose one additional favorite enemy as well as an associated language at 6th and 14th. As you gain levels, your choice should reflect the types of monsters you have encountered on your adventure. So it's saying that, you know, you could just pick anything out of the air. This would be things that maybe you've ran into. So I'm going to say my favorite enemies. I'm going to say orc. I kind of like that. So that means we'll be able to, we can choose orcish. But I'm going to choose orc and maybe another humanoid. Let's say what are we? We're human. Let's say, I don't know, what should we say? What should we say? Let's do orc and goblin maybe. So this will give us orc and goblin. Now, are they actual considered languages? Whoops, that was the wrong thing. Let's just make sure. I know goblin is. I don't know if orc is. See, there's goblin. There is orc. So we have a choice and a choice. We get one extra. So this choice is probably from our background, being a hermit. So we actually get one extra. We're going to choose orc. And I don't think we're going to choose goblin specifically. Let's see. Let's choose... I'm going to choose for my other two. I'm going to choose maybe Elven or Fey or whatever. E-L-V... Is it Elven or Fey? I can't... Or Sylvan. S-Y-L-V... I don't know how to spell that. Sylvan. Sylvan. S-Y-L-V-A-N. I was wrong. Sylvan. And I think we'll also choose like Dwarvish. D-W-A-R-V-I-S-H. Unless it's called, oh, whoops. Dwarvish. Unless it's called Dwarven. Dwarvish. Okay. I think that will do. So that will be our favored enemy. And then we just remember. Now, this might actually have something to do with your... I don't know. This might have a thing that we can click to add to it. So I'm going to leave that there. Then we have Natural Explorer. We need to undo that and do that. So Natural Explorer. You're particularly familiar with one type of natural environment and are adept to traveling, surviving in such regions. Choosing one type of favored terrain: Arctic, coast, desert, forest. I think we're going to go forest or mountain. Maybe we'll do mountain. I don't know. Or the Underarch. When you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to your favorite terrain, your proficiency bonus is doubled. So that means where we're 2 right now, it goes up to 4. If you're using a skill that you're proficient in. So it means we get, if we're not already proficient in it, then it does not double. It's just proficient. While traveling for an hour in or more, that's a little wrong, in your favorite terrain, you gain the following benefits. Difficult terrain does not slow your group's travel. Your group can't become lost except by magical means, even when you are engaged in another activity while traveling, such as foraging, navigating, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the favorite terrain for us. I think I'm going to go with mountain. No, forest. And this, I do not think there will be an actual thing. Then we have our proficiencies: light armor, medium armor, and shields. We have an herbalism kit, simple weapon, a martial weapon, so basically all weapons. And there's that. Okay, I think we're good there. Let's go on to inventory and see what we get. So our equipment is a scroll case stuffed full of notes from your studies or prayers. So while you do that, let's go ahead and do copper pieces, silver pieces, electrum pieces, gold pieces, platinum pieces. All right, so let's go ahead and we need to move this guy over actually, and this guy over probably as well. Let's go ahead and click on items. And there it is. That actually did seem to come up faster. They have been doing some tweaking on performance things. So if we come in here and we have a scroll case, CSE case, scroll case, scroller map case, we'll go ahead and add that. And I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna get rid of all this. Scroll case full of notes. Like whatever notes, I don't know what notes they are. From your studies or prayers, we get a blanket, a winter blanket. See if there's actually a winter blanket or if it's just a blanket. B-L-A-N-K-E-T. There is a blanket, but we want to note that this is a heavy blanket or a winter blanket. So I'm actually going to put winter blanket. Very nice. And a set of common clothes and an herbalism kit. We already have the herbalism kit as a proficiency. Let's go ahead and do COOTHES. Common clothes. Go ahead and grab those. And finally, whoops, nope, I just did close as a word. There we go. And then finally, let's go ahead and do our herbalism kit. HERBAL. And beautiful. There we go. That takes care of the stuff from there. Once again, in my very first one, I believe we actually rolled these things and so you could understand those better. But I don't think we need to do that necessarily for you to see this. Now, as a ranger, I'm going to make this ranger neutral when we get to that part. That's what I think I'm going to go with. I think we are all done now. And there's that language one of our choice to verify, by the way. So now we have our ranger. If we come down here, we can see our equipment. So we get scale mail or leather armor. Once again, I'm going to go with studded leather armor. I know that's not actually listed here, but I'm usually not too picky about giving the people studded leather armor. It only gives them 1 extra AC. So we have studded leather armor, 2 short swords, or 2 simple melee weapons. And we get a longbow. 2 short sword or 2 simple melee weapons. I think 2 short swords are fine for us. Because it said, or 2 simple melee weapons. Although it might be kind of cool to have like 2 battle axes. That would kind of look cool. They're just one-handed battle axes, but you can use in a versatile mode where you just use one of them as a single thing. So that's pretty cool. A Dungeoneer's pack or an Explorer's pack. I think I usually lean towards the Explorer's pack. Are those in here, I thought? I went too far. There's the packs. The Dungeoneer's pack has more things like pitons and stuff like that for climbing. I do like that the Explorer's pack has like torches and those things. So I'm going to go with that. Being a human, it'd be good to have those torches as well. And then we get a longbow, a quiver, and 20 arrows. So let's go ahead and go to weapons list, go to melee, martial ranged, and do a longbow. We don't need that anymore. Do arrows, or quiver first, Q-I-V-E-R, quiver. Let's give us a quiver. And actually our Explorer's pack didn't do what it was supposed to do. I think we need it. We don't do it from there. In other words, it doesn't expand. So let's do that, and then arrows. A-R-R-R-R-R. Arrows, we've got 20 of those. And those are in the quiver. Q-U-I-V-E-R. We can put things in the backpack and all that stuff, but I'm not worried about that really. Okay, let's go ahead and do E-X-P-L-O-R-E-R. Explorer's Pack. Go ahead and grab it from there. And now you can see it gave us everything. Gave us our rope, some of the things that doesn't come in the other pack. So I think that does it. Let's go ahead and close that one now. And I don't think we need anything from human. I think we're done with all that stuff. So under notes, we're going to choose our alignment. I think we're just going to go neutral. N-E-U-T-R-A-L. We're not going to worry about deity, age, gender, all that fun stuff. This is where you would put the ideals, bonds, flaws, and personality traits. And this is actually for this is actually a mod that's in here that I believe is one-click druid. We're not going to do that either. And there's the log, and now we have our actions. So as a ranger, we don't have spell casting, so this will actually be a nice short video. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and add some of those other things that we don't always add, like the consumables. Actually, no, we don't need to. Let's just go see what spells a ranger might have at level 1. I mean, they don't have any real spells until level 2. But what I'm talking about is if we go here, go to class features, and change our source to ranger. QRS. There we go. So we had Natural Explorer was one of them. So we'll go ahead and do that and change this to class FEATURES. There's our class features for that. We can get rid of the ranger part of that. And then we also had our favored enemy, but it was actually called, what was it called? It was called Favored Enemy, which is also in here. And there's that. So now sometimes if you're doing these Rob 2E stuff, it might have something that says edit. In this case, it doesn't look like it's doing that. You could change what the favored enemy names are, just so you know. So we could come in here and change this favored enemy. This is our favored enemy from this. And what we could do is, you know, we could actually put in parentheses like this, what the favored enemies are. And then this would let us know. It's just a reminder. It doesn't actually do anything. Other than, well, actually, how would it know it's the... Oh no, you would click this when you're doing it. So, like if I was doing orcs or goblins, O-R-C, orcas. What I would do is if I'm doing either of these things on an orc or a goblin, that is a survival check, specifically on them, then I would click on this, and then when I do the roll, it will automatically know its advantage on the skill, right, for survival. So if we close that, now you'll see we can go ahead and get rid of this. And then we could do the same thing here so that we just know what that favorite enemy is. This is pure text. The game could care less about it. Doesn't actually parse this part, other than to actually separate it and know this is the description all the way to the colon. This is the condition. And there's actually no modifiers in here. So orc, did I put a comma in there? Yes. G-O-B-L-I-N. So there we go. That will do that for us. And then when we're doing it, we'll actually know that one of these is for the intelligence checks, and this is for survival checks. Let's see. So those were the two things we had there. We didn't have anything else. I don't know what racial traits as a human race traits. And go humano. H-A-A-A-A. Wait, race trait. Is human not in here? Why would human not be in here? Am I just missing it? Did I miss? Alright, let's check. H-A-H-E-H-O. I don't think humans, do they have, I don't think they have any racial traits. Maybe that's why it's not in there. Interesting. If any of you guys know that humans have racial traits, I can't think of any off the top of my head. And that might be part of why they get 1 to every single attribute, is because they sacrifice their racial trait. I don't know. But there we go. I think that was actually pretty quick, only 26 minutes. I think that pretty much completes it. I mean, we could always go add the standard actions of dodge and that stuff, but I don't think we really need to in this case, because these are just samples. These are just examples, not samples. So yeah, I think that should do it. So guys, this one might actually have been one of our quicker ones. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my Discord and my other channels. And don't forget, the Great Big Game giveaway has happened. However, I was going to end the first round of people from my channel, or from my Discord server, yesterday, I guess, since I'm recording this early, so I guess it would be yesterday. However, this week is really busy for me, so I'm unable to do that. So I'm going to push it to next week, which I believe is the 12th, will be the Wednesday. So what, on that Wednesday, on the 12th, basically everyone that is currently considered a winner will be removed from the winning circle, and the people that didn't get a chance will actually be moved up. So if you join my Discord between now and that time, you will be moved into the second thing and guaranteed a game, because there's only like 5-7 people, and there's still probably around 40 some odd games available. So definitely join my Discord. Sign up, not sign up for it, but join my Discord. Information should be down in the video description. And you're pretty much guaranteed to win some kind of Steam game for free. All you have to do is have a Steam account. And I think that is it. So I will end saying, until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.